Levi, what's up, man?
What's going on?
How are you? I got the magic in the box.
All right. Let's see it. There she is.
There she is, man. As soon as I touched it, I was like, yo, somebody need to put a patent on this, bro. There was always something I was kind of looking for. And in my early years, I learned that I wanted my bass guitar to have a guitar sound, not just something that's throwing out sub-frequencies.
Yeah.
When I'm playing bass, I want to hear my fingers move. But I also need that bottom to hit. I'm a studio musician, I'm a live musician, but moreover, I'm a super all analog, no computer recording engineer. For me, I feel like it's not too difficult to get sub-frequencies. As a mixing engineer, but to have that mixed with the guitar sound and it feels right and they come together and make everything else glow, to me, that's why it's so hard to find that perfect bass that gives you that. Okay, so let's break down this guitar. Jazz bass body, flat wounds, P bass pickups, but it's also Curtis Novak bisonic pickups, so I get that nice, filthy, punchy mid-range that I need in a record, because again, I don't want to just hear the sub frequencies on a bass. I need to hear my fingers when I'm touching. We have the fuzz in here. So we have the quintessential 60s bass fuzz. But we don't stop there. I wanted to put like a repeater. Look at it as like a kind of hard, square wavy type tremolo, essentially. Being able to switch between these pickups, being able to just pull this and have fuzz, put it back, pull this out, have a repeater, put it back. Being able to slide through and have all that great fretless sound and then to lock in on the tight bass sound. It's all of these worlds coming together. And also, the whole creation story is that this is supposed to be a high-end bass made during the space age, like late 60s. Me being a super analog dude, vintage instruments and pro audio, all that, I wanted this area to represent my control room with the Bakelite knobs. For me, this bass, with all the patinaed screws and everything, represents something that was kind of put into a time capsule in hopes that somebody would find this in the future and use it. That's the kind of idea around this.
How's it been treating you? Specifically, I know the fuzz was the thing that we really had to kind of work to get it.
I feel like with fuzz, it's so specific. It's either right or wrong.
So here's where we got the circuit. Fuzz can be tricky. Transistors can be tricky. And recreating that sound, you know, Stan had made the first one for you and he matched that unit you had. And that is a feat in itself, is matching that. Yeah. And then from there, bringing that into production is like, okay, now that's another feat because we got to match that sound again and again. I specifically remember when Vince showed me the first one that he had built for you. Mm-hmm. It is a special sound and it just works so perfect with the bass.
It's that 60s, what the hell, I'm buying that record just because it has that sound on it. That's exactly what that is. You know?
That's the repeater and the fuzz kind of put in there, and it's still all analog. It's still nothing digital.
The Adrian Younge repeater and fuzz. This is beautiful. I need a picture of this. I often write songs around the fuzz. So there's a song that I wrote with a Brazilian legend. His name is Carlos Dafe. The intro is it's a because I knew I had horns and all these other elements into it. I wanted to make it like cut through. What I decided to do was make it with fuzz. So it's like a ba 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 da ba da dum ba ba.
How did you come up with the idea for the half-fretless?
Man, first of all, you're acting like I came up with that. I just said yes to it. And that goes back to the OG Vincent. When we were originally talking about what kind of custom bass I would like, and during this conversation, I said, well, yo, Vince, what's that bass behind you? He pulled out a bass where he had that fretless area. And I was like, bro, whatever we're doing, I need that in there. So in the original design, he put that part in, and it's arguably the funnest element of this guitar.
And the other thing with the half fretless part is it's lifted up. We epoxy it up to this 9th fret. So there's that kind of seamless transition where it's not a drop off. It's right there with it, and it just feels so natural.
It's those little things that go far, man, to make this the perfect bass. For the last 5 years, essentially, all the music I've been recording, with the exception of upright bass, has been with this. And I'm so thankful because I'm not searching anymore.
It's my pleasure. This is so much fun for me too, because it's right up my alley of what I love to do. What started everything for me and my whole journey was a bass. Had I had this as my first bass, what would my journey be like? What would have changed? Because I definitely would have seen the bass in a totally different way. It's become a part of you. It's kind of like an all-consuming bass, which is, for me, when I have to build more of these, that's kind of the process, because it is this all-consuming bass. It's very technical. There's a lot that we have to do in order to make this happen, but I think that's the fun of it.
It's interesting because this is the first time outside of my music where I'm feeling that I'm part of creating something that's going to inspire somebody to do something special.
I've gotten quite a few different scenarios where we're meeting in this room with other artists, and you're kind of thinking of things, and you're trying to get creative, and you hit these creative ruts. And I've brought this bass into the room just to kind of show people and get our brains going, and it is a creative machine. I'm just excited to see what everyone's going to do with this.
It's one of the best pieces of equipment I've ever touched in my life, to be honest with you, man. And I want to thank you. I want to thank Vincent. I want to thank Fender for helping me to make my dream come true. And now I'm making better music,